to the Full Experience. This is episode 120, and we got Mr. Do You Fitness on with us tonight, Mr. Joshua Trundle. He's going to tell us how to help us on Big League Bats. You know, wintertime was here, holidays over with, y'all. Summertime around the corner. Let's get all the way fit or whatnot. And we also have Miss Brittany coming here to co-host with us tonight. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Once again, we want to thank y'all for taking time out to be with us tonight, and we're going to hear his amazing story about how he got into the business. So without further ado, let's do your fitness. What's going on, man?
Appreciate y'all for having me. Man, it's definitely been a long journey.
Hey, listen.
It's definitely been a journey.
It's been a journey to, we finally got you on, brother, because I know we've been trying to it's been a minute back and forth, you know what I'm saying?
It's been a little minute, man. It's been a little minute.
But we appreciate you, man.
But we here.
We here now, you know what I'm saying? I know you got a dope story for us. So let's start from the beginning, man. Born and raised in Cleveland?
Born and raised, Cleveland, Ohio.
What part of Cleveland? You know, Cleveland, you know what I'm saying, got a spots.
So I went between 116th and Buckeyes and 105 in St. Clair's where my grandmother was at. So in between those.
Okay, I got you.
3 different high schools. Luther East, John Hay, lived there for a little period of time. So I know people in all different areas.
That's what's up.
Sports, my entire life, basketball from 5th grade all the way up to college.
What position?
Point guard slash shooter.
Okay.
So figured out that, you know, the college route wasn't for me. Got a little scholarship and all that, but it wasn't for me. So from there, like I said, I've never been overweight. But for me, I relate to my clients because it's more the mental aspect of it. So when I wasn't playing basketball no more, it was about a span of 6 to 8 months. Still just eating whatever. But I wasn't as active as I normally would be. So I got in the worst shape of my life. So for me, like I said, I know how I feel to be at my lowest mentally, physically, emotionally. And I know how it feels to be at my best. So that's how I connect with all my clients, all the people I come across. Like, and I'm brutally honest. Which people they need. There's so much out here, and I'm not that client that's gonna sell somebody a dream just to make a sale and all that. Cause I really don't care about all that. Like I know everybody is not for me. I know I'm not for everybody. So
that's good.
That interaction has to be good, and I'm upfront with that. And they respect that. So like I said, I've been a trainer now for about almost 9 years, 8 years. That sounds like a long time saying it.
No, listen. Yeah, think like I've been at this for a minute though. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like a long time now. I think about it, but it started off with me. Once I got done with training school, I got a job at a private studio in Beechwood. Stayed there for about 10 months. I actually got fired.
Wait, time out.
That started off my whole entrepreneurship journey. Like, and it was so crazy. Like the trainers that worked there didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. People loved me. The owner, the management tried to say like some clients they love me. They love my workouts. It's creative. They get results. But I don't have certain conversations with all of them. So I tell them like I can't force a relationship with everybody. So and with the owner wanted me to run another location that he wanted to have. Once I realized that, I'm like, it's probably politics. He kind of knows that I started pushing me more. So I'm getting promised things that I'm not receiving. So I'm like, all right, let me push me instead of going all in with this location. So I got fired, and then from there, it's been Do You Fitness ever since.
So time out, because I got so many questions in there, right? So, because all right, so let's talk about the low point you had in your life, right? Like you said, we all been there, you know what I'm saying? We all go through stuff. We all been through that time in our lives. We're like, man, this is not where it's at, right?
Right.
And because of that, you know what I'm saying? We had Candy on a little while ago. She was talking about the psychological aspect of it all. Like, I didn't know people associate food with comfort, you know what I'm saying? Or this certain meal make you feel, it reminded me of grandma, so I eat this food because it reminded me of her or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And the reason I bring it up because like I didn't know the mental aspect of it all. So what was it for you that broke you out of that spell? It was like, all right, I associate this food with this, or this food was making me so I don't want to be as active or whatnot.
I just being in tune with your body. Like I said, like growing up, I wasn't taught how to eat right, wasn't taught how to be healthy and all like that. Like I learned that just by how I felt once I wasn't playing basketball. I'm like, all right, let me learn how to eat better. And also, once I felt how certain foods made me feel, it was no brainer. Yeah, it was no brainer. So, but you got to be in tune with your body as well. Like a lot of people is really emotional.
Yeah.
They don't know how to get out of that. Like every action that we have on a day-to-day, it's all emotional. Whether it's anger, whether it's happiness, sadness, it's all emotional.
Yeah, that's good.
So once you understand that, then you know how to operate. Once you understand yourself, then you know how to operate. You understand your triggers and all that. A lot of people they getting triggered on a day-to-day basis, but they're not taking time and creating stillness with themselves and learning themselves. Like I had
Sorry, I got hit this one time. Come on now.
Like I've been on I feel like my entrepreneurship journey has just it's been teaching me and helping me evolve as a man, as a human, as a son, as an uncle. Like I've been learning so much. Like you can't play around betting on yourself every day. So when I found out stuff about me that I can't operate like this.
Yeah, right.
This is gonna affect my money. This is gonna affect relationships. Like I gotta change all this stuff. Like so it's you gotta be in tune with yourself. You gotta be willing to do the work as well.
That's good stuff.
Which is why a lot of people fail at entrepreneurship. Is why a lot of people fail at their relationships. Why a lot of people fail at marriages. Like they not willing to change, or they don't know how to.
All right, you talking. So you talking a little spicy right now. We won't get into that because I feel like it's all connected.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's more than fitness.
No, I'm about to say, you know what type of it's deeper than fitness, something like that. Deeper than fitness, but we'll get back to that. But I want to talk about the beginning because like I feel like as you were beginning, like that's how I feel like it set the stage for what we see now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you would start out as getting yourself right with certain exercise, you are done the athlete. Where you like, okay, I'm gonna incorporate this in my session that I know gonna work for someone else also.
I train everybody like an athlete. I don't care if you 5, 15, or 50. You can work out like an athlete. Of course, there's modifications. Like I've worked with people in WNBA. I worked with the weekend warrior moms. I've worked with women that have MS. I work with people that's recovering from some type of injury. Or people that's severely over 100 plus pounds overweight. They all get trained the same way. But I just have the knowledge and ability to know how to cater to each individual.
That's
but
good.
At the end of the day, everybody trains like an athlete. People don't realize that functional movement is in our everyday lives. You get in and out of the car, that's functional movement.
Right.
You reaching for dishes and all that putting away, that's functional movement. Sitting up and down from the couch, that's functional movement. Mowing the lawn and all that, that's functional movement.
Right.
So I train people in a way that makes your everyday life better.
That's good. Because I mean, I know, you know what I'm saying, the little knowledge I do have is that, you know, everyone tells you, oh, you got all the different things, keto, probably, what's they call it, all these other things, but my understanding is calorie intake, but then you gotta watch what you eat, but then you gotta be active also, because you can't just limit what you eat and not be active at the same time. Don't work hand in hand. Correct me if I'm wrong or whatnot.
Right. So it's to lose weight, to keep it simple, a calorie deficit. Like, I don't care what you trying to eat or do whatever. You can don't do this, but you can honestly eat crap all day as long as you're in a calorie deficit. You're not gonna be the healthiest person.
Right.
But when you realize how much your body needs, you can finesse it and incorporate things that you like into that, and still, as long as you within that calorie deficit, you can still get fit and lose weight. So our body has a maintenance level. So in order for us to survive and do our day-to-day activities, like we gotta intake a certain amount. And then when it comes into exercise and fat loss and all that, then different variables within that. But we have a maintenance level. Most people are either under eating or overeating.
Oh wow!
And they don't realize that until they have a conversation with somebody like me.
So is under eating just as bad as overeating?
It's just as bad. So a lot of times I come across a lot of people that is already overweight, but when I have a conversation with them, they be like, I'm not eating that much, I'm eating this, and I'm still gaining weight. Why is that? because your body is in starvation mode now.
Oh wow.
That's the maintenance level you need to be at. You under eating that, so your body don't know what's going on.
Right.
Its main goal is to make you survive. So if you're not feeding it,
wow,
it's gonna hold on to the fat in order for you to
to
live your day to day. That's why people gain unnecessary weight and they just chilling, just going to work and not eating and missing meals and all that, and they think it's good.
Yeah.
When they step on the scale again,
they say it's all
right. I done gained 30 pounds. I ain't.
Yeah. They know Brittany over here. She, I mean, you know what I'm saying. She doing her thing inside the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was gonna say. So that brings up a question too, because when I first started my whole weight loss journey or mind shifting, I tried to take the easy way out, and I tried to do the whole hydroxy cut, and it backfired. I had horrible allergic reaction, and it taught me then that you can't shortcut this.
Right.
Did you have some setbacks in your whole trying to get fit and trying to get on track with this whole
setbacks? I would say in the beginning stages of my journey as a trainer, entrepreneur, just learning it itself. I probably got into the whole supplement as far as like protein shakes.
Okay.
So, but as a lot of people do think they can supplement a meal from shakes and all that.
Or some fats out of joints.
Yeah, like anything. It's whatever supplement out there that's a protein shake. At the end of the day, there is no replacement for food.
Wow.
So if you look at some of the best looking people in the world, typically it's people that step on stage, you never see them talking about protein shakes. Like, why is that?
Wow.
Because you're not about to get the same results from powder that's been processed and all that versus whole food.
Wow.
So if you take the protein and whatever, chicken, something, whatever, versus protein and the powder, it's not gonna be the same. Even though the label might say you're getting this.
Right.
At the end of the day, we don't know that.
True.
When I look at this food,
I
know what it is. This is the size of it. So based on this size, I know this how much I'm gonna get.
Okay.
So early on in my journey I was one of those people that thought the protein powders and all that was cool. And it's a supplement at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like no supplement is gonna work if you're not doing everything else. If you're not eating, you're not sleeping, you're not moving.
Oh wow.
You're not paying attention to your stress levels, your water intake, all these things that you need to be doing anyway needs to be the primary focus.
That's
so
right.
we focus too much on supplementation when at the end of the day it's to help give you that extra edge over the stuff that you're supposed to be doing.
That's good. That's good. So I want to get back to your story about how you were at this gym. You were outshining everyone else. You know what I'm saying? They was like, we got to get rid of him. You can't outshine us. You know what I'm saying? Because I think not enough recognize that we have a gift and our gift is going to make way for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And your gift obviously made way for you and whatnot. So let's get back to that. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. I know people, I've been fired twice in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't going to lie, when I got fired, I felt like, oh hell no, they're not gonna fire me. I started flipping over tables and all that good stuff. One night, did you leave on that note, or you felt, you know?
No, like I said, I love the gym.
Yeah.
The atmosphere it was intimate. You know, everybody loved how I did everything.
Yeah.
You know, so it was cool. So I was hurt, but once I sat and thought about it, I'm like, man, I think he probably sees something in me that I didn't realize at that time.
Come on.
So once I really thought about it, I'm like, all right, I was promised stuff that I never got.
Yeah.
I had people around me like asking me like, well, maybe this ain't the right route because things weren't going how I thought it'd be going. So I'm like, okay, like I'm not about to give somebody this much control of my life after this. Ooh. So from there, that was 2015, 16. That was the last time I was employed.
You've been doing the full time since then.
Since then, it's contracts or people paying me or whatever. Like 2015, 16 was the last time I was getting a paycheck.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's
So let's talk about that beginning journey, you going on your own, because I'm pretty sure just like all of us when we start on our own, you hit some stumbles. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I still hit stumbles. It's different levels, but I still hit stumbles. But
I love how you keep it real though. You know what I'm saying?
It's different, but yeah, I probably like a lot of trainers, sneaking people inside the Planet Fitness. Trying people in. And no, but look, and it was so crazy. Like, I swear, it was a bunch of trainers doing it at Planet Fitness. I will never forget. It was Garfield Planet Fitness. Yeah. Whoever was running that gym, he had it out for me. Maybe because I had a big clientele. Like, so I was in and out. Like, I was there more than the janitor.
Yeah. So, he was getting it.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was threatening to take away my membership and all that.
Oh wow.
I'm like, man, all these other they don't work here. What you mean?
Right.
You're singling me out. But I get it though. It is what it is. But yeah, I definitely started off in a purple gym.
So you said I'm picturing right now. You're like, hey, come on, get on this real quick. 5 reps. Come on. All right, come on, let's go over this joint right here. You chop it off. You over got a dumbbell doing this joint. Man. That's funny, man. I mean, but hey, listen, and I feel like we laughing, but I feel like when you first starting out, these are things like I think the real estate agent, you know what I'm saying? You over there, hey, trying to buy a house? Hey, come over here real quick, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing this person already in the contract with someone else or whatnot, not knowing it, and before you know it, the deal closed out, and that person messed around, got your paycheck that you quote unquote work for, because it's like on the account of that person, you're not knowing.
Right. I definitely learned like you cannot count no money that's not in your account.
Oh, come on, time out, bro. That deserves a thing right there. That's real.
Yeah, so it definitely. So when I transitioned from sneaking people in and out of Planet Fitness to in the actual gym where I'm paying them a monthly rent. Yeah. Say I had like 20-something, 30 people in and out. Then when I switched over, I probably had like 3. Yeah, it was a weird transition, but I mean, a couple months I ended up building up a clientele of 35, 40 people every week. Yeah, so I did that for about 3 years straight. 6 a.m. to 7, 8 p.m. 3 years straight.
So time out. Because I've heard of stylists who said the same thing. They said they went from doing hair in their basement to having a boom clientele in their basement, but then when they wanted to get their own salon, they lost a good portion of clientele. Like, I wonder why that is though.
I don't know. Maybe location. Yeah, like I really don't know what it was. Yeah. But I mean, it worked out at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah, but like
you was persistent though. You know what I'm saying? Like discouraging. That's what's up.
And then a lot of things within my business, like I buckled down on as well. Like, even though I'm a individual, I run my business like a lifetime. Like you can't pay me through Cash App. Like you can't come to me and be like, I'm gonna pay this session. Yeah. And like, nah, you're not about to go to these other big gyms and do that.
No, that's
we got a monthly thing. We got agreement. We got everything. Everything written down. Like, we got this due date. That's when your money comes out. Yeah. if it doesn't, then we have a conversation.
Service is no longer here.
You don't get a training session. Yeah. So a lot of things had to change within my business. That's how I've been running it since day one. And some people give you that pushback. That probably is not your ideal client. Yeah. But the ones that want a good service, want a quality service and all that, and they understand business, they gonna respect that. And I've had people that's been training with me or supporting me since day one.
Yeah, that's what's up. So I want to get back to the I want to get back to the story where you said you left in one spot. You only had 3 clients that came over with you. How did you build back a clientele? Like, how did you go about that? Because I think that's the part that a lot of people miss out on. Because if I get one question as being a real estate agent, people actually sound like, how you get your clientele? And I tell them all the same thing. I'm consistent in my postings. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You definitely. I was real big with consistently posting and all that.
In respect, bro, because like I remember I remember hitting you up one day because you had this post. I'm like, how'd you do that? It was you were talking about Canvas, so I appreciate that. By the way. Right. But I remember my beginning days when I started as an agent. I'm like, man, how do you do that? You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, and for me, I've always fortunately been able to stay ahead by doing the smallest things.
Yeah.
Like back then, I was getting a lot of interaction by just using the hashtag Cleveland Trainer. Back then, it was. I think I was the only person on that hashtag.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what made me look at it, but so I looked at it and I was just scrolling it. It was maybe like me and maybe one other person. I'm like, we got all these trainers in the city.
Right.
Like, nobody hashtag Cleveland.
Monopolized that though, bro.
Yeah, like I did that consistently, and I was getting a lot of people finding me off of that, and so social media. So it was like doing the little things that help you stand out.
That's what's up. 'Cause I mean, like I tell everybody in the heartbeat, because like introverted as I am, social media has always been like I tell you, I got all my clientele. 80% of my clientele literally is from social media, literally. But you like I said, staying consistent every day, and everybody like you get tired of it. It's like working out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Repetition, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
every day, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll see it, like it works. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah, doing the long things, the small things, it can go a long way.
Absolutely. Okay, so now you at this new spot, and you got a clientele booming and whatnot. When did you say I got it down to a science now, or I got it to where now I can, not saying branch out, but then I want to get into the book. I want to get into how you branched out to other avenues also, because you got this set in place. You were able to go and hit other avenues up also.
So for me, young, early 20s, I had mentors. They all had families, kids or whatever. They all was 40 plus years old. So, and I see them in the gym a lot.
Yeah.
And so for me, I just know that I don't want to have a family and then have to be in the gym. So
you already looking ahead.
Right. I'm like, I don't want to have to be here. I want to. So if I'm gonna be inside of the gym, it's gonna be because I want to be.
Yeah.
And so
because you have to be.
Say about right. So
I
say about 2.5 years ago, about 2.5 years ago, I spent the least amount of time as I've ever spent in the gym. So I probably average maybe about 6 hours a week in the gym.
Oh wow.
Versus 50, 60 plus hours horrible.
Wow.
So but yeah, so from there, I started getting smart. I'm like, okay, how can I leverage my time better?
Yeah.
I created something that most people know me for. It's called Sundress Killer.
Oh, talk about it, because I come on. Because if y'all, I'm about to say, if one thing associated with you is that Sundress Killer, bro.
yeah. So, Sundress Killer started out as a class. So from there, it branched on to an online program.
And for our Caucasian audience, because they don't know, what does it mean to be a Sundress Killer? Because I don't think some certain ethnicities don't understand the emphasis of that.
A Sundress Killer means you can go to any store, you can pick out whatever you want to pick out, and you're gonna look great in it.
There we go.
All right, you curves. Looking good, the natural curves. No offense to nobody else, that has anything, but I'm building natural.
There we go.
Natural bodies.
There we go.
Yeah, Sundress Killer is confident, mentally, physically, emotionally, healthy, fit, and looking good with whatever you want to put on.
That's dope.
So Sundress Killer, it started off as a class. It branched off into an online program. Now it's a subscription-based program.
Time out, bro, because I gotta give you props, because that is genius, by the way. Because I think a lot of people don't understand the emphasis of you have a great product, or you have a great service, or you you do great. There's a way to make it so that you don't have to, like you said, leverage your time as much.
Right.
And I think that's so brilliant. And we're in a day and age where it's more convenient, because people can do it at their own leisure, versus having to be at a set time. And that way you make it so your product or your service or your business is more accessible to everyone, not just a certain demographic, certain group of people. So that's genius, bro.
Exactly. But now where my mindset is at now, about 2 years now, I niche down a lot more with everything that I do. So we focus on the entrepreneurs.
I heard this one time, bro, because oh my goodness, I don't think they heard you. I don't think they heard you, bro. Because I think that a lot of people don't understand the emphasis of niching down on their business versus trying to be one person for everybody or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And let me ask you this. So because I don't really understand. I ask this question, I'm asking for myself. So I hope y'all getting it. But because I think that's where as a person, entrepreneur, that's where I learned that I can't service everyone. I have to niche down. So for me, I like to work with first time homeowners versus I ain't turned down no seller clients either, by the way. But I like to work with first time homeowners because they're just learning, they need the help, and you know what I'm saying, they need the guidance. You know what I'm saying, and that's where, like I said, I get all my clientele. But for you, when you're in your business, like you said, you started off. Not saying you were for everyone, but you know what I'm saying, you niche down. So when you niche down, will you say that helped prepare your business to tremendously, or will you say that it helped you? It helped you guide your business to where you can get down to this type of group or this type of clientele right here.
So I actually didn't niche down until about 2.5 years ago. Mm-hmm. I found a coach. I paid him the most I've ever paid for coaching. Man, I was so nervous to make this payment. Mm. but he taught me so much that I didn't know. Yeah. So it helped me develop things on the business side that I have now. So like I said, it helped me become a specialist in my industry. Like I'm multi-talented in so many different things. Like I can do it all, honestly. Yeah. But I needed to focus on one thing. Mm-hmm. So it was always my problem where I'm like, I can do so much. Like, I don't know. Just put it all out there. But once I'm dialed in on, this specific individual, that's good. They view me a lot differently now. My value immediately goes up. They see the results. So what I charge now for this is like if you have something's wrong with your child, you're not about to go to any old type of doctor.
Right. You're going to specialist.
That's true.
Exactly.
Oh, that's good right there.
So if you had this problem, you gonna seek a specialist.
Yeah, that's good.
So it definitely helped me, help my business. It helped me make money that I've never really. Wow. It helped me make the money a lot easier than how I was making money.
So time out, bro, because I love what you said with the whole coaching part, because I think a lot of us don't understand the emphasis of mentorship or coaching or whatnot. Right. I love how you said it. You said you made a purchase, but let me ask you this, because I've been there. But let me ask you this: from the investment you made, will you say that you got back your investment and then some?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's up.
Most definitely. I've probably 5x that investment.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a 5-figure investment.
Nice. So let me ask you, how did you find your coach? Did your coach find you, or did you find your coach?
I found them. And that was my first time actually getting a coach and pay this amount. So I was new to it. So I didn't really know. Like now, after going through that process, for my next coach, I know more so how to go about it. And I know what I need. Because I never really had a coach like that before. Yeah. Teach me certain things. I had mentors and all that, but it's different when you pay somebody.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That amount of money for their service. So it's just like now, as the student, I know more so what I need to help me get to the next level. So it's going through social media and looking at certain things and getting on calls with people and seeing how they approach trying to sign you up and all that. So I compared them with. It was 2 different people I brought it down to, and just their process. It ended up getting me at the end of the day. So
no, I got you.
And it was good. Like, I ended up getting relationships with people that I still have. It's like people that's in the same industry as me, that's doing better than me. Like, and seeing them like embrace me and love what I do and all that. Like, I'm looking at them like, bro, you up here?
Yeah.
You rocking me like that? All right. So, but yeah, like it's. Like if you have anybody that you're following or learning from, and they don't have a coach or a mentor or whatever, I don't think that's the right person that you need to be learning from. Every coach needs a coach.
Yeah.
Come out. Yeah. Come on now. I was at church the pastor he said some real stuff. He said he never, when he talks to somebody and they always talk about who they over, he don't listen to that. He always looks like the person who they under. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm under this person. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, every coach, every person who's in high position needs someone they're following or whatnot.
Exactly.
And I think that's so dope that you said that, bro. And like I said, I know for entrepreneurs, a lot of us think, you know what I'm saying, getting a mentor is just a monetary thing. You might, I feel like this, you can get a mentor if you come from a place of contribution. If you know your mentor needs someone to help them do cold calling, help in that aspect, but you're learning right along with them, and they can take you under their wing like that. Like, especially when you're starting out as an entrepreneur. When you first start out, of course, you know, your money's not going to be where you want to, but you come to a place from you can contribute to that person.
Exactly.
I'm saying sky's the limit. So no, thank you for that, by the way. That was a great tip, by the way. So okay, so now you got the coaching. Now you niche down. Let's talk about this book, because I just dope book, by the way, bro.
Appreciate it.
What inspired that, man?
So early on in my training, I say probably about 3, maybe 4 years in, working with so many different people, knowing so many other trainers and all that. They got a big clientele. We all have the same problem with our clients. They're eating when they're on the go.
That's right.
So, like I said, I think differently. So instead of coming to my clients and saying, don't eat this, don't eat that, never go to your favorite fast food restaurant, never go to Chipotle, we know you love it and all that. So instead of me telling you that, I know you're gonna go there, so I'm just gonna teach you how to eat when you go inside.
That's smart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's dairy intake in there, it's water intake, processed foods, portion control when you're on the go. So little simple things like looking at the palm of your hand. That's how much protein you should have if you're on the go. So I highlighted 10 of America's favorite fast food restaurants inside the book, and it's all those other tips as well. And then it's also y'all can have that one. And then it's also for cookouts. It's a bunch of different tips in there to teach you how to have a better, more health conscious cookout. Yeah, so it's like little things on cookouts. Like a lot of people don't understand that it's a lot of sugar and barbecue and all that. Like, so it's just a lot of different tips. And I have a nutritionist that he's from Cleveland, Ohio as well. That's Marcus Coleman. So shout out to Marcus. Shout out to him. So he made sure everything was good. So it's all the information in there is nutritionist approved. you like
this ain't my personal opinion. I got
research. Right. It's well researched.
That's good. That's good.
So like I said, instead of just I don't like. It's hard for people to stick to a diet already. So when you try to restrict people on certain things, it's like the fast track of failure. Yeah.
Ooh, that's good right there.
So I more so like allow people to live their life, but teach them how to feel and look better and get their results while they're still enjoying certain things that they like.
That's what I know. For me, like I'm always on the go. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm not married, so you know what I'm saying. When I'm out and about, I go grab something. To, you know what I'm saying, to eat. Right. And like I'm like, damn. Like next thing I know, I'm like, why this shirt so tight on me? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Now, granted, that's not the end all be all healthiest thing you're doing. Yeah. But just because you're out and about and on the go, that doesn't mean don't eat.
Yeah. Right. That's good.
Which a lot of people do that. They out and about. It's like, I'm trying to get results, so I'm gonna starve until I get home and eat my meal prep. and that's not the way to go about it.
That's good right there, man. So I appreciate that. So let me ask you this. So can we say maybe you can partner with maybe cookbook next up? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I'll put it out there, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there.
It would be dope. Now, if any chefs are out there and want to partner with something like that.
I got a couple people for you, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm at the point now where if I don't have to, I don't want to do 100% of everything.
Ooh, nice.
Like I'm cool with getting my portion of it and doing my work, but I don't need 100% of everything no more.
Man, I'll never forget. I was listening to a podcast. The man says real. He says some real stuff. He said I'd rather get a portion of watermelon than 100% of a grape. And I thought it was so dope because he was talking about the whole concept about the fact that partnering with somebody, you know what I'm saying, can get you further than you trying to do on your own, and they ain't really gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? With the right person, the right team, Sky's the limit, though.
Exactly, and I have that mindset. I had it for a while, but it's just about being around the right people that have that mindset. And those people has been aligning with me. So like I say, even coming back to Cleveland, I've been teaming up with people that I've known for years. We already got that rapport. It was like now it was like we have to put over. All right, let's do this, and put things in motion versus trying to do everything ourselves. It was like you're gonna burn yourself out, especially trying to do other stuff as well. It's like might as well get you a team, like-minded. But
shout out to the team. Shout out to Steve. Steve behind the camera, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Marquita, shout out to Arlo, shout out to Michelle, shout out to Nakia, shout out to all y'all. Without y'all, there's gonna be problems, so I appreciate y'all. And by the way, you gang now, so you in the network, you know, so you're alumni. So now we gonna party you over with the right people, bro. Yeah, because we know we got a couple of chefs on the show that I think that would be loved to be a part of that, bro. So that's what's up.
I'm definitely with it.
So okay, we talked about the past, talk about the present, talk about the future, bro. Talk about what's next up for you, man. What do you got going on in your business that you know what I'm saying that you're working on that we can see in the future?
So two different things that I'm focusing on now. When I got back to Cleveland a few months ago, a lot of opportunities to work with kids is kind of coming my way. And granted, I've done a lot of things with kids, but it was never the focus. I was just for people just knowing.
Kind of came to you.
Right. So me, I kind of battled a lot with it mentally, like spiritually. So like as being away in Houston, I kind of been developing that spiritual side. So I've been trying to talk to God. I'm like, man, why are you bringing all this stuff with kids my way? Like. I'm like, and I can't just turn it away because I'm like, these contracts is pretty nice.
They're pretty nice. Okay.
Right, so I'm like, for a few hours of work a month, I'm like, it's pretty nice. So I'm like, so now I'm in the process of developing a curriculum for the youth because they really need it mentally, emotionally, physically. So I haven't seen too much out there how I do things. So I'm in that process so that way we can get inside of more schools. So I'm in 2 schools now already. I have another.
Y'all better book him. Y'all need somebody. Y'all better book my
so
man.
I'm in about to do something else in the Euclid area as well. So that's going to branch it out a little bit more. That's so on the youth side, get more, government kind of inside the school systems. And then the Boss Up program, which is strictly focused on helping top tier entrepreneurs reduce their stress, 10x their productivity while getting them in shape. So I'm doing that.
That's dope.
And the youth. And so with the entrepreneur piece, my goal with that is to also get inside the corporate awareness aspect. So I've been working with individual entrepreneurs for about a little over a year now, which is going pretty good. So I was trying to really just scale everything up. So, like I said, I haven't been posting too much on social media because it's been mental. Like I've been trying to put it all together. Now it's starting to come together in my mind. So now I can really start pushing things how I need to push it. So youth and entrepreneurs.
Yeah, no, that's dope. By the way, when you let us know because we want to make sure that our audience understands the importance of those things, because I know we talk about them on the podcast quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? Your mental, you know what I'm saying? Your emotional aspect of entrepreneurship, because if your mental ain't where it needs to be, your emotions ain't where it needs to be, you're not going to feel like, you know what, get that business. And how some people fail.
Exactly.
So that's dope.
And definitely not continuing to push this all gas, no brakes mindset.
What button?
We had too many.
It's too many right there. I might hit it too many times.
Try to do it too hard.
Right. I might bust that thing. Dang. But no, that's no. You right. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how old you are, bro. But I'm 36. I'm an old man.
I'm 31.
Okay, so there we go. So you right. We grew up on that. Work 2, 3, 4 jobs like Jamaican type ordeal and burn yourself out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think it's refreshing that we're in a space now where we're taking in our mental, our emotional, our spiritual sides of us and incorporating it as because we're complex beings. You know?
Right.
Where if you burn yourself out before you know it, you went in the hospital, you got all this money, but you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
So no, that's awesome. So please let us know when you're dropping that, bro. We want to make sure the audience knows about that.
Sure. Definitely want to get y'all involved with some events that I'm planning in the near future.
Man, like I said, you gang now. I mean, you alumni now. You know what I'm saying? You alumni, man. So we appreciate you. Okay. All right. So we talked about a lot of great things. So if anyone watch the podcast, y'all know I got a stable question I'd like to ask. You know what I'm saying? And one of the questions I'd like to ask is, you being a person who's born and raised in Cleveland, and then you and I ain't even a chance to talk about you going to Houston or whatnot, but you got a chance to do your business outside of the city or whatnot. So let me ask you this: when you were in Houston, would you say it's a whole different atmosphere versus Cleveland, as far as people collaborate and work with each other versus here?
Completely different.
Oh, damn.
Completely different environment, and I love Cleveland. Like I said, I'm back here, so I mean I love the city.
Yeah.
It made me who I am.
Right.
So it's definitely good. It's pros and cons to it. But moving away to somewhere down south like Houston, it was small things like me getting off of the road and stopping at a gas station and the clerk greeting me. Hey, how you doing? I'm like, who are you talking to?
He said, what's going on here?
So like, it's little things like that I wasn't used to. So it's and even it still being in the States, it was a culture shock. Like I had people that just now knowing me that embraced me, invited me over to holidays.
Yeah.
I know you do here, you come eat.
Wow. Versus Cleveland.
I'm like, man,
they know for years.
So but it was like it was dope. Like I said, I got relationships that I built down there that feel like family. So and a lot of these people is people that's very well off. Yeah. And like I said, the way they embraced me down there, even just the city in general. Like I wasn't down there too long, and I got featured in multiple different online magazines and stuff that I was doing and all that. So it was completely different. Yeah. Wow. But like I said, you have those individuals that are for self, and that's I feel like that's anywhere. Yeah. But just as a city, as a state, as a whole, I feel like it's more togetherness. Like I said, and it's so much talent here in Cleveland. Yeah. And there's definitely people that's willing to work together and build together and grow together, but we're still a little bit behind. So and even with what I do as a fitness professional, when I came back here, I noticed that everybody does the same thing. And granted, it's nothing wrong with that, because some people just don't, that they're not knowledgeable on how to do certain things differently. But for me and what I do, I'm literally the only person doing it how I'm doing things.
Talk it, Josh, man. Talk it, man.
But it's nothing wrong. Like it's dope to own a gym. That's dope, and I love it. It's good to have dope classes. I love it. But it's a lot of different ways to go about helping people in fitness. When you look at things like Peloton, you look at things like the mirror, like things are changing.
Things are changing.
So it's like people where our professionals are not changing with it most of the time. So and that's how you.
Come on, Bill. Oh, it's working out.
Right. So it's I'm all about leveraging my time better. Like I said, I got a goal of helping 100,000 people around the world. I can't do that by training people in person individually. I can't do that. So it's all about leveraging your time and maximizing your efforts.
I love how you said that, bro, because like you said, as the time change, you got to change with the times, Right. No one's up here with the heavy bag or, what I'm saying, with the medicine ball. Let's do this or whatnot. You said you got the, I just seen the mirror drum. I'm like, nah, we this is 2023. We ain't playing out here.
You got a trainer in your mirror.
You got to train your mirror. Like, that's crazy.
And people is paying, that thing is thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it's expensive.
So I guess you're right. It's like, how do you compete with that? You know what I'm saying? If you one of those trainers who's not dealing with signs, you're gonna mess around and you gonna do what I do, and you gonna have an app on your phone that people can subscribe to. That's dope. Okay, so we talked about that, because like my question was, you answered it, but I'm gonna ask you, what do you think that we can do in the city to change the dynamic of, like you said, where Cleveland we had a stigma, bro. We don't come together. Like I've been other places, and they're like, "You from Cleveland?" Like, you know what I get from Cleveland? I live in Cleveland. People tell me, "I didn't think you were from Cleveland." I'm like, "How the hell do you not think I'm from Cleveland? Because you're nice." I'm like, "What the hell does that even mean?"
I've said this to people, so I ain't. It is what it is.
No, I mean it's real stuff, but I think that's unfortunate though, and I know that, like you said. But this is what I believe, and just like our podcast is an example of it, we're in a renaissance where now people are more inclined to each other to. Right. Like you said, leverage. You know what I'm saying? Because leverage our audience just as much as, you know what I'm saying, leverage yours, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
I think it just take the right people that had that mindset just to come together. I mean, push the egos aside.
That's right.
And it goes back to the thing I touched on earlier, self-awareness. Like a lot of people don't understand that you can maximize your talents by being number 2 or number 3 on the team.
Time out, bro. You gotta let me get a chance to hit this thing. That's a whole gem right there. There's nothing wrong being Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell people all the time.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong. I'll be Scottie Pippen all day. I ain't gotta be Jordan.
I don't mind. I'm tired of being.
You say you get tired of it? No, that's real stuff. And I think because like y'all know, I'm a podcast, and anyone who's in a top tier position, they always say the same thing. I had a strong person who was helping me along the way, right. or I was Scottie Pippen, and then eventually I became Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But no one, it's been proven time and time again. No one gets anywhere by themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong. I'll be Scottie Pippen all day. I'll make the argument all day. I believe Scottie Pippen was better than Jordan, but that's another day. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm Scottie Pippen in most of the groups that I'm in now. Like I've been fortunate enough to, I say the past 5-6 years, everybody around me is probably 40 plus and successful already. Yeah. So it's like I'm the only one that's like I'm the youngest. Yeah. And it's like whatever y'all need me to do, I got y'all.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's, like you said, egos aside, because you know what I'm saying, everybody wants to be that dude or that lady. Right. And like it's what come on now. It's big. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than just that. You know what I'm saying? Right. No, so that's dope right there. So and so now we get into my other staple questions that I like to ask everybody. So legacy, and this is a big one because I know it's I want to talk about generation wealth, some word that keep bing 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 that people like, all right, that's associated with that. Right. But I believe in legacy. I believe that we're all going to die. That's the realness of it all. Right. But before you leave earth, you're going to leave behind a legacy. My question to you is, what legacy you want to leave behind for Joshua Trundle, and then what you want to leave behind for your business as a whole?
For me, I think it's almost the same. As far as like I struggle with embracing that. Like I am my business, so it's more so like I try to build it, not a personal brand, but I couldn't really get away from it.
Hey, listen, you're the face of your brand, you know.
Right. And that was not the goal. But so my legacy is that I inspired people by being authentic, by being me.
That's good.
Yeah. So my whole goal, my whole aspiration in life was to be an inspiration to people. I said I didn't grow up with, rich parents, connections, and all that. I literally been building it as I go, and I've been being me, no matter what room I've been in. That's room sitting next to doctors. That's people with 7-8 figures. I'm me at the end of the day. So, but I had to realize that there's something about me that allowed me to get into that room. Right. So
that's good.
For me, it's just I inspire people and I change lives by being myself.
That's good right there, bro. That's good. Ooh, you encourage me because that's kind of like I tell everybody, like, where'd you get the name from? I'm not your average agent, because I'm not your average agent. I'm not going to put on a 3-piece suit. I'm going to come in Jordans and in a hoodie, and I'm going to show you the information, but I'm going to put it to where it makes sense to you, and I'm going to talk to in a way that you understand it. I'm not going to try to put it over your head. And people respect it.
It definitely.
So that's dope though. Be you. Okay, and because Josh got me up here, you know what I'm saying? Because as y'all go through the interviews, y'all, I'm like, I'm taking that. They're going to say that nugget for later. So there's someone watching right now. There's a young man, young lady Because one of the things we're trying to do, we're trying to get individuals inside of schools also. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get in schools too.
Right.
But there's someone watching this right now say, I want to be a trainer. I want to do what Josh does. What are 3 things you want them to take away from your interview today?
One thing, realize your gift, and and learn you with something called a human design chart. So it just help you learn you.
That's good.
Play to your strengths. Another thing I would say, niche down. Figure out the individual.
It's gonna work. I don't know.
So figure out the individual that you want to help, and really speak to that individual. Like, you gonna have people outside of that that's gonna want your service just because you good at what you do, but truly dial in and niche down, and that's how you will increase your value. That's how you will become a specialist at whatever you decide you want to do. And 3, I would say, we're in a day and age where a lot of people want to manifest everything, so that's cool, but you get who you are. So if you want all this stuff in this world and you manifesting this and third, you want to attract everything that you are.
That's good.
So if you want it, then you gotta actually become it.
You gotta become.
So if you want success, if you want to be fit, if you want to be loved, like you gotta be that, and it's gonna come to you. So I say those are my 3 things.
No, those are some great 3 things, bro. Because I asked that question to everybody. That's got top tier right there, brother. So I appreciate you. Okay, so lastly, where can people reach you, man? If someone wants to get your mentorship, someone wants to schedule a session with you, someone who wants to get you in their class with their students, where can they reach you at, man?
So they can find me on any social media outlet at Do You Fitness, or this Facebook, Joshua Trundle, or you want to go to one of my websites, go to sundresskiller.com.
Listen, man. So I'm saying it on camera. Part 2, we're gonna do part 2 at my man's conference when we talk about how entrepreneurs can, you know what I'm saying, get it together with Coming soon. Look, I'm putting it out there. I will have one of the first seminars here in Cleveland where it's gonna be a fitness and health version for entrepreneurs. Everything is going to be fitness and health related for entrepreneurs. We there. Nice. We there. So part 2. Part two. Bet. Stay tuned. Bro, we appreciate you, man. Once again, this has been a great episode, y'all. I appreciate y'all for having me. So what, like David Shannon say over at Social Proof, man, we got to pay some bills. One thing we wanted to make sure that we do before we do anything else is thank you guys. Y'all keep subscribing, keep subscribers. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for liking, sharing, and making it so that we have great people like Josh come on every week and want to give y'all great value. So thank y'all. We can't thank y'all enough for that. Next, I just want to talk about, just like Josh put on camera, we're putting on our very own how to help you start your own podcast. Something that's been with us. That's the number 1 question you get asked all the time. How did you guys start? We're going to teach y'all. We're going to show y'all. We're still working on the venue, guys. Still working on the date, but know it's coming soon. Just like Josh, we got the workbooks for y'all. We come correct, you know. So stay tuned for that, y'all. We want to make sure that we get this thing packed and have y'all teach y'all for 2 days. We're gonna show you how to monetize. We're gonna show you how to have systems. We're gonna show you how to get great people like Josh on. You know, we're gonna show you how to do all those great things and get you started in less than 90 days. So make sure to stay tuned for that to happen, y'all. I forget anything? No. Okay. Like, I just want to shout y'all out. Y'all on what is it, 120 episodes? No, you were episode 120, bro. So that's a testament to y'all consistency and all that. So that's true. From is a black man to a black man, a black woman, entrepreneur. Appreciate I'm proud of y'all. Appreciate you, bro. Keep doing what y'all do. So appreciate you. I definitely hats off to that. Like we trying to be that when we y'all think on podcast in Cleveland, we trying to be that. You know what I'm saying? I think we were way on our way to doing that. Yeah. And by the way, Brittany gonna probably hate me for putting on the spot, but Brittany come with her own podcast, y'all. So I'm put on camera, so kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of encourage her to start. You know what I'm saying?
It's coming soon, y'all.
It's coming soon.
It's gonna be good.
It's coming soon.
It's gonna be good.
And Brittany, and y'all, hey, Brittany, she's learning the craft as she's doing it. So you know what I'm saying. So y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be something good, y'all. So I love it and I appreciate y'all. We see y'all next time. All right, y'all. Peace.